Okay, so today we're going to talk a little bit about the words listen and hear. I know it can confuse some students when you use one as opposed to when you use the other. Um,
Definitely.
so I'll start by asking you a question, Kirsten. Um, my window is open,
Okay.
and of course I live in the city, and so can you hear any street noise
Let me
right
listen.
now?
Let me listen. I don't think I can hear anything right now, but what do you hear?
Well, I mean, my window's open, so I hear cars go by, and I just heard a horn, beep beep. Um, but no, I'm glad you don't hear anything, um, because that would disrupt our video and harm our lesson here. So
Yeah, we don't want that. How about you? Can you hear anything from my window?
no, no.
So I
I don't hear anything.
I always hear construction in the morning, and I really hate it. It wakes me up every morning. There's
Mm-hmm.
a big apartment complex that's being built here, so
I see.
hear that every morning, and it's annoying. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe you guys heard that we use here a lot in these situations. And the one time I said listen was let me listen for a minute here. Um, so why, John, did we use listen in that way and hear in that way?
Well, I think listen is a much more focused action. Okay. Sometimes, for example, if my window's open, I might hear music from one of the other apartments, but I don't listen to it. It's not my
Your
music,
neighbor is listening to it, but
right? My
you're
neighbor is listening to it. I'm not
yeah.
listening to it. So yes, listen is much more focused.
Hmm.
Hear is much more passive, much more about your environment rather than what you're focusing on at that moment.
Yeah, so if any of you watched our video about see and watch and look, you can think of listen sort of like watch, right? We're
Mm,
watching a movie or we're listening to music. This is a more focused and longer time usually. And then we could say, do you see that out the window right now? Or do you hear
hmm.
that? So see and hear are a little bit similar too in that way. Um,
Right, right.
and
Yeah,
then hmm, and then another way we might use it is uh, this earlier today, you heard a knock at the door.
yes, yes,
Hmm.
yes. Heard a knock at the door, and yeah, somebody delivered something to me. Yeah, yeah.
So it's not like they were knocking and knocking and you were listening to this.
Exactly. Yeah, they knocked. I heard it. I went and I answered the door.
Hmm.
Now, I knew they were coming. Right. I
Hmm.
knew this delivery was coming, so I was sort of paying attention. And you, so there you could say, well, I was listening for the knock at the door. Okay, because I was waiting for it. I had at least one ear focused on the door, because I knew somebody was coming. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
because they called you before they were coming up. And so you were
right.
actively listening in the background for
Yes.
that knock.
Exactly.
And then you
Exactly.
heard the knock.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So now, let's talk about just some uses of these words in expressions. So you'll
Sure.
hear people say to you something, oh yeah, uh-huh, Kirsten, I hear you. I hear you. So and when someone says that, what does that mean to you?
So if you say I hear you, that means kind of I agree with you. I
Mm-hmm.
understand what you're saying. So maybe I'm complaining about all of this construction and I say, "Oh, John, it's so horrible every morning. I don't like to wake up to this noise." And you might say, "Oh, I hear you. Like,
I hear you.
I understand that."
Yes, yes. And if I tell you, listen to me,
Hmm.
right? That means I really want you to pay attention. What I'm about to say is important to me, and You know, I want you to have like 100% focused on what I'm about to say to you next. So yeah, listen to me.
Yeah, and maybe if you're an ESL student, you might have heard a teacher say that to you.
Right.
If you're a little distracted, they might have said, "Oh, listen, this is important for you
Well,
to
and
hear."
that's it. You know, we talk about in English teaching, we talk about listening practice. We don't
Mhm,
talk about hearing practice, right?
that's right.
Okay, we want our students to focus and to listen to the voice that might be telling a story or whatever it is, just so that you know you will know what the language sounds like, and yeah. So
Yeah, definitely. It's like it's important to listen closely when you're learning a new language because you want to take in that information and really understand.
mhm.
But for example, like you said, I might hear my neighbor's music in the background, but I'm doing something else, so I'm not actually listening to it.
Right, right, yes.
And then maybe another way we could use this is, can you hear me?
Mhm.
Um, when we're just starting this Zoom call, I want to make sure we are connected, so I can say, "Can you hear me now?"
Right, right,
Mhm.
yeah. Can you hear me now? Maybe kind of one of the key words for this past a year.
Yeah.
So, all right. So before we go, what are you doing for Christmas? Are you staying in Los Angeles?
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be going home for Christmas.
Hmm.
It's a little bit dangerous to try to go on planes right now. And
Sure.
I also live in the Midwest, and it's not very desirable to go there away from sunny California into the
Hmm.
snow. But I will probably FaceTime or Zoom with my family and see them that way. And hopefully in the spring, if it gets better, I can go there and visit.
Right.
Um,
Well,
so I'll probably hang out with friends, basically. What's your plan?
me, I have zero plans. I have no plans for Christmas. I'll be here in Uruguay. Um, you know, they're really kind of encouraging people to sort of stay home, not get together in big groups, all that. So,
Yeah, same here.
mhm.
So everybody stay safe for the holidays.
Exactly.
Enjoy
Yeah.
the
Stay safe.
gather in small groups.
Right.
Wear a
Right.
mask, everything like that.
Okay. All right. Well,